Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. We're going to start taking a look at the three Kansept knives that, of course, Kansept did send out to me. The first one we're going to look at is this nice slender Arcus. Now this is an Ostap Hel design. Let's see, I think there's 6 different versions of the Arcus out there. They sent me this anodized titanium. It's kind of a, I don't know, what would you call that? Kind of a bronzish brown, maybe. Micarta inlays, as you can see, open construction all around. Everything is chamfered off very, very nicely. Very well done. Milled titanium clip. You do have a lanyard post there, so lanyard fans rejoice. Now, a little bit on the clip. We're going to talk about that right now since we're looking at it. Now, I usually say I don't alter any knives, but I wanted to look at this. You know, it is set up for right hand tip-up carry, and that is the only option on this. As you can see, it's a single screw pocket clip, but there is a post that does embed into the micarta, and there's the micarta is slightly cut out for the shape of the clip. And as you can see, that is not the case on this side. So it is right hand tip up carry only, and it does kind of have a slight, tell me if I'm wrong, but it does look like it has a slight curve to fit the knife's profile. I could be crazy, it could be an optical illusion, but I really think it does. And obviously you've got the little, kind of chamfer here that just kind of flows with the knife. So it is not a reversible clip. Just wanted to kind of point that out, that I looked, I saw, that's what I found. Centering is very well done. Like I said, chamfering is fantastic. You do have yourself a sort of frame lock or sub-frame lock, however you want to look at it. Flipper tab does have a little bit of jimping on it. The jimping is, for me, it's just pretty much there for show. It doesn't really add any grip, when you're using the flipper tab, but the detent on this one it's solid. And I got to make sure I'm not putting any pressure on but it is definitely, the action is really good. But it's a very, very nice detent on this one as far as I'm concerned. Tiny bit of lock stick there. Nothing major, just a little tiny bit. You can kind of hear it. Doesn't really feel like much, but you can hear it. Action, very nice. Now, again, you've got this sort of long, slender Damascus, Warncliffey style blade there. There you go. That should be it's kind of hard to read in there, but there's your model number. And then down in that fuller, man, I called that a blood groove one time, and whew. Ostap Hel design, and there you've got the Arcus. Or Arcus, excuse me. Arcus. So, nice, slender knife. Now, this is more of a Sunday going to meeting type of knife. I will tell you what, this blade did do pretty well with rope, because that elongated Warncliffe or sheep's foot style blade like that, those are really, really good on rope. And yes, it was. I will tell you that right now. So, spec check. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looking at about 7 3/4. Almost a 4.5-inch blade. It's kind of more in like 3/8. And then your blade length is going to be just shy of 3.5. There again, it's kind of like 3 3/8, and your overall cutting edge is right about 3 1/4. Grip length, natural grip length, I am looking at about 3.5. You guys know that's what I like. And it's actually, is it 3.5 or is it more? Yeah, it's more like 3 3/4. It's more like 3 3/4, because I do have a little bit with that 3.5-inch grip. It's usually right at the end of my pinky, so it's more like 3 3/4. And it does pretty much spread the whole length of my palm, which is about 3 3/4. Now, choking up, Yeah, I probably wouldn't, and I really haven't because I mean I've got a hold of that flipper tab and there's just not much there. I do have a little bit of room, but not a whole lot. But what do you guys think of the Damascus? That's a pretty looking blade. You know, over the course, if you guys remember way back, I've never been what got me was always when it was Damascus and carbon fiber. It was like it was too much for me. But I've really kind of there's a few different Damascus patterns. I'm like, okay, that looks cool. And this one does. Of course, you got the Kansept logo right there. But that doesn't look too bad. Overall, nice slender knife, like I said. Now, here's your size comparison. It's going to be pretty close to the PM2. Looks like the PM2's got it just a little bit on the blade and on the handle, maybe about 1/4 of an inch on the handle and about maybe 1/8 of an inch on the blade. Then your bug out. Now, it's going to be slightly bigger than the bug out by about that much as well. About 1/8 of an inch on the blade and about 1/4 of an inch on the handle. We'll get a weight on it. Now, Ostap Hel is a designer that he's got quite a variety of in his design language. And this one, to me, is a little bit more subdued, if you will. So 2.6 overall. So for the overall length, the weight's not bad. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of meat because it is a slender knife. Now you got a little bit poking out of your pocket. Obviously, with that milled clip, that's going to happen. But overall, you're going to hear me say something about all three of these knives that I got from Kansept. And we're starting with this one. If you remember back when I first started getting Kansept knives in here, they were having a little bit of issues with their detents and you know, some, you know, slight fit and finish issues. That is not the case at all on these three knives. Kansept has come a long way. They're doing very, very well. And this Arcus here by Ostap Hel, this design is just the first one in a couple of really nice knives we're going to see coming up as well. I do like this nice slender design. I know I've said that about 5 times now, but it is. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Somebody referred to it as a church knife, you know, an office knife. That's kind of how I see this one as well. But I will tell you, it did do pretty well on some rope. That nice, elongated, sheep's footy, Warncliffe style blade did very well. So it can go to work for you too. Don't let it fool you. Just because it's not big and beefy doesn't mean it can't go to work. So, what do you think, guys? What do you guys think of the Arcus Ostap Hel design produced by Kansept? Really appreciate Kansept sending this one and the others out that we're going to see here very soon. Probably coming up in the next few days. We'll see those as well. But let me know down in the comments what you think, guys. Always appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, we'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.